lockdown was not good for many people, but for me, that's the time I took to look at my business, to look at components of my business, to learn social media, to reach to people, because people are just home on social media, and that's the time that my name started going out, that I do custom made bridal. And the trainer for marketing and digital marketing, I can't remember which one of them, broke down Instagram, basically social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, with numbers and percentages and Kenyan users. And I was like, wow, I've never thought of social media like that. And going back to my insights, because I used to post at 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. because to me, I'm thinking, okay, I'm in office now and everybody is in office, so let me post now, because, well, it's like something that I tick off my to-do list. But going back to my insights, I had the most traffic on my page from 9 p.m. onwards, and I didn't understand it until I sat down and thought, wedding planning, because my business involves wedding planning. People are not planning their weddings at 9 a.m. They are working. When they come home from work is when they sit with their spouses or with their families and say, oh, let's find a designer, let's find a photographer, let's find a cake person, let's find a decor person. And these things happen later after work, not working hours. And when I changed my posting hours from morning hours to evening, night hours, then I saw the change in the engagement on my Instagram page. And really, Instagram is a full-time job, but to me, it has been the best marketing strategy for Rina by Rina. Every bride I know today, I know her through Instagram, not even Facebook, just Instagram. Were it not for those girls trusting me and coming to make their wedding dresses here, I would not be in business. But I have met those girls on Instagram. My first bride reached out in May 2021. She's actually the one who got us out of the lockdown and put us into business. And the tap just kept flowing. And then in June, somebody else reached out, July, like that. And it has been good. That's what I can say. For somebody who didn't know a single bride as of February in 2020, to knowing the brides that I know right now, I can only say it is through hard work, and it is also by God, because Rina by Rina is not just a job. I always say that it is also a ministry, and that's why I work with brides from the first day they make a consultation, literally until they walk down the aisle. The last module that had an impact in my business was the structure and strategy module. Structure. To an entrepreneur, when you start a business, you're just thinking, structure is for big corporations, big companies. Those people, they are the ones who need structure. Me and my small office here, we are good without. But I think structure makes or breaks your business. It is the habits that you do every day. It is how people approach work. It is how your staff do things even when you're not there, that a client would not come in and feel the difference of you being in there and you not being in there. So that was also something that I had to change about Rina by Rina. Introduce structure, introduce discipline, not only with myself but also with my staff, because some of us think, biashara nikifungua nimefika, so you want to come to work at 9 whereas you expect your staff to be here at 7. No, actually you should be here at 6:30 to set the tone for the rest of the day and how the week will go and how the month will go. So Centonomy for me was very eye-opening. I am so grateful for having gone through it. Also because the trainers or the founders are Christians, so it's not just about grind. No, there's also the aspect of God's favor and grace upon your business. I haven't stopped talking about it. I have recommended friends to it. I have recommended family to it. me, if you need an ambassador, I'm your girl. But so when I came and I did Centonomy, there's a big difference in how I run my business now than how I used to run it. The first thing, as I said, is structure. I introduced structure in Rina by Rina. Things flow, and they flow well now. The second thing is having a vision. And as I started by saying, you can start. Starting is easy, but at the end of the day, you need to figure out, where am I going with this business? Is it just a side business, just for money, for going out and having a good time? Or do I actually want something more out of this business? Do I want to make an impact? Do I want to be able to scale this business and probably even leave it for somebody if it's not me, or sell it maybe? And I had never thought of Rina by Rina like that before. But now, sitting here, I know where Rina by Rina is going. If you wake me up tomorrow and ask me, okay, what do you need to scale up your business? I will tell you, I need this, and I need this, and I need this, because I know, and I can see clearly where we are headed to. Something I'd like to tell entrepreneurs is that we are mostly obsessed with the idea of scaling up. 2020, Centonomy was all about scaling up your business. And to me, I was a bit intimidated, to be honest, because I was scaling down. And I was coming from a 3-bedroom apartment in Dar es Salaam for my business. I mean, 3 fundis. Here I had now to find a smaller room, and I was starting afresh, because when I closed down my business in Tanzania, I said, I'm coming to start afresh in Nairobi. So to me, it was not scaling up, but scaling down. And sometimes you have to go down to come up. And that's what I have learned in 2020 and in 2021. So as an entrepreneur, don't feel bad that everybody is scaling up their business, and you feel like you want to scrap everything off and start afresh so that you can do things better. As long as you have the passion for it and the motivation and the discipline, you're going to do it. One of my good friends says it's the 4 Ds to success. That is desire, determination, discipline, and devotion. As long as you have these 4 things, you will go far. And lastly, what can I say to entrepreneurs? Take the Centonomy Entrepreneur course. It is mind-blowing. It is eye-opening. You will think about your business in a way that you have never thought before. You will start seeing your business and approaching your business and doing business in a way that you have never thought. It's not only based for product-based businesses, but also for service-based businesses. I remember we had a module for, I think it's accounting part 1, for costing, and for me, so we went through it for a service-based industry, and I remember the trainer breaking down what you need to look at when you're pricing your services. But also for products, it's very good, because I just used to price my wedding dresses, I don't know, just with figures from my head. I wouldn't consider things like I need to think about my rent, my electricity, like all these costs brought together should be a basis for my costs. And I reached out to one of the trainers after the module, who is now my accountant, because structure, you even start having an accountant. To me, honestly, it's a miracle that I can say that I even brought an accountant on board to help me with accounts. But I remember we did costing with him, and he said, no, with this price that you wanted to go with initially, you'll be underselling your services and products. So your price needs to be this much minimum. And to me, that is something that I have never done in my business. I just used to, you ask me the wedding dress or the price of a wedding dress, and I'd base the price on looking at you and how well we know each other, because I'm afraid that, oh, she's my friend. If I tell her this high amount, she might take the business elsewhere, and I need the business. But that's not how you run business, and that's not how you will be in business for long. So yeah, I can only say that I had a good time at Centonomy. I also met some business-minded ladies who we still keep in touch, like Olive Nkirote of the Yummy Rabbits Kenya, Mandy Saro with the Miss Mandy Throwdown, and some other ladies. So it was a good class, and I'd honestly recommend it to any business person.